What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Free Spirit Tarot. I am Poetry. You are here for our full moon reading. Today is August 9th, 2025. This is our full moon Sturgeon reading. The Sturgeon Moon basically is a powerful time for us to set intentions for ourselves, and we can reflect on the goals that we've had, the aspirations that we had for the upcoming months. Okay. It's a good time for us to practice emotional cleansing, to address and release things that emotional baggage that we may have held that's holding us back from moving forward in certain areas of our life. It's time for us to review our diet, our eating habits, review our fitness habits, consider making positive changes with our health. I'm speaking directly to myself right now. Positive changes to our health and our well-being. And it's also a time for us to reconnect with nature. Get outside, get our foot in the grass, touch some trees, eat some greenery, something like that. Spend some time outdoors and appreciate the beauty of what this late summer months have to offer us. I'm going to be doing tarot. I'm going to be using some astrology cards to help us out here, and also some oracle cards. I'm going to start off with the Arcanya Tarot. I'm going to be pulling about 3 cards from that deck. I also wanted to use our Everyday Witch Tarot. Again, about 3 or 4 cards from that deck. Then I'll be using the accompanying Everyday Witch Oracle. Because this is a moon reading, I definitely want to use our Moonology cards. And, the moon is out there in space, child. So our Astrol-OG Deck. And I'm going to be using the Numinous Astro deck. These are not specific to zodiac signs or specific planets. I just like to incorporate some of their meanings into this reading. Okay, so if you're now new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button to let me know that you were here. Also lets the YouTube algorithm know that you have been around. Whether you thumbs it up or thumbs it down, it's your choice. Just make sure you do one or the other for me, please. And yeah, let's get into the reading. Alright, I wanted to turn it back on while I shuffle the final deck, so y'all can know that I am shuffling. The final deck is kind of hard to shuffle though because of the texture of the cards, but yeah, I need to break that up. I don't think I've ever read with these. We shall see. Alrighty, so we talked about before about what the Sturgeon Moon kind of represents. Just the full moon in itself. When we're dealing with our completion and our harvest, the full moon could represent the culmination of your intentions that you set during the last new moon. So like right now, it's time for us to acknowledge and celebrate what's been accomplished. And that's basically what we're going to be doing. Try to reap the rewards. That's a thick deck. Okay. Doing our releasing and letting go. We're going to be encouraging release of things that no longer serve us. I'm going to pick, say 3 cards from here. And for our illumination and clarity, the full moon is going to illuminate not only the night sky, but our inner landscape and ourselves. Our hidden aspects of ourselves, bring it to the surface. For our emotional intensity, let's see, heightened emotions, we're going to be dealing with those and see if we could draw any of that out, see what we could release and heal within ourselves. Under ritual and reflection, the full moon allows for us to connect in a positive way to our moon's energy and to facilitate whatever release we need to release. And I didn't mean to do that many cards, but we're going to do that many cards. Okay, here we go again. So 3 in this one as well. I guess I'm doing 3 in every section. And then for our connection to nature, we have reflection, release, and gratitude. offer that opportunity for us to align with our natural rhythms. And if you're able to see my screen, these are notes that I took, and I am putting them into effect. I'm going to pull right off the top for the tarot. Also right off the top for the tarot. And then I'll bring the camera in for a closer view of my desk. Yeah. All right, y'all. We got a lot going on here. I pulled from the tarot. Let me go ahead and get to the tarot first of the cards. We have the Ace of Swords. I'm still trying to find a perfect place so my ring light doesn't show up on the cards. Ace of Swords. The Two of Pentacles. And the King of Wands. Okay. We also have for tarot the Nine of Stones. In this particular deck, the creator has the stones equivalent to pentacles. Okay. Also, the Nine of Rain. Rain is equivalent to our cups, connected to our emotions. And then the Eight of Rain. Okay. Now let's go to astrology. We have Mars, Jupiter, and in our square tensions. Also in our astrology, Capricorn the boss came through, our sixth house came through, and our trine flow. I really didn't have intention on doing all of that, but here we are. Because I was going to try to limit it to like 9 cards altogether. Okay. Affirmation for growth for our first oracle card. Imagine and envision with our first oracle card, second oracle card. Meditation and creativity. Okay. For our Moonology, conclusions are within reach. There may have been something that you thinking of, wondering if it's coming to an end. Let me move my charm board out the way. Give me some more room here. Adjustments are going to be needed or required. Don't want that to go off screen. And confidence would be our key. I just want to say again, I love these cards. I freaking love these cards. Okay. So when we're thinking about our completion and harvest, we are looking at things that we're going to culminate, that we set from the past new moon. Even though we weren't here together during the past new moon reading, there's things that you may have set for yourself, maybe knowingly or unknowingly, just by speaking things into existence. And right now we need to acknowledge and celebrate what has been accomplished in order for us to reap those rewards and those benefits. So what I'm seeing here is that there was mentally, through our Ace of Swords, I noticed in all of our tarot cards, at least from the Everyday Witch Tarot, are looking to the sky or looking something for hope. You got your head in the game, pretty much. So something that you had been setting your mind on previously, right now you could look back at it and you could know for yourself that you did study, you did research, and you got your head in the game to try to learn as much as you could about the said topic, about the said goal or agenda, or even if it's just to get personal knowledge of self. You've kind of done some of the legwork, and you should be very proud of yourself that you've done that. With the two of Pentacles, there has been infinite choice and infinite growth. You have got a place of stability. And you feel pretty balanced, you know. Things that you had set in motion over the past month is now starting to stabilize and come into balance. There was a little bit of luck that had to be incorporated into your intentions, into your manifestation, but it's starting to work in your favor. Again, with the King of Wands, you have kind of reached the pinnacle of, what do I like to say for this? You kind of reached the pinnacle of understanding what it is you exactly want. There's no question anymore about what you want. And there may be a lot of confusion, a lot of things going on around you, a lot of worldly things going on around you, in your life, in the world itself, that don't seem balanced, that don't seem structured. But there is one particular thing about yourself that you were able to ground. Okay, one particular thing about your own passions that you were able to ground and find stability in, and find surety in, that you were able to set in motion, and now you can look back and say, I did that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's, I'm seeing very good positive vibes coming out of that. Now, out of our releasing and letting go, what I'm also seeing too, that, wow, let me look back at these two. I noticed on both of these here that you're kind of grounded. You set your ideas are kind of set in stone. You see that the broom is not being used. It's kind of in place. I mean, curiosity was getting the best of you here. Also here, curiosity was getting the best of you. But you were really looking at what the messages were. Maybe you outlined yourself a goal. There's a path that you set aside for yourself. Maybe you did a vision board, or just spoke it into existence, that you set these wheels in motion. You haven't taken off yet. You haven't taken flight yet, but it looks like you're on that path. It looks like you're on that path. So with the Nine of Stones, what I'm seeing here again, with the stability, or things being balanced for you, your ideas are starting to grow. I'm not looking at pregnancy here. I'm looking at your ideas are starting to grow. So you're starting to release things that no longer serving you. You're starting to trust again. So that doubt that you had, or the distrust, or the wall that you had built up, is starting to melt away, so to speak, for lack of a better term. Start to melt away. Like I said, the rain is going away. You had a heavy storm coming, and it's no more tears in this situation. You can let go of that. You can let go of all the fear, all the doubt, all the pain. It's now being washed away, and you can trust in those around you that have shown that they are there to support, to provide love, to provide guidance, to lend a helping hand. And in this particular case, I'm seeing a helpmeet. Not necessarily someone you're dating. It could just necessarily be a friend or a business partner or a co-worker, but I'm definitely seeing a helpmeet. There's someone that's going to help you navigate through whatever storm that you had. Even when we come up to the balance and stuff that we're finding, even though we're coming up on that, we're feeling good about ourselves. You know, our path has been set. Our journey is about to really take off and not necessarily set sail, but there is a lot of That looks like water for me. There is a lot of water activity. You might be ready to set sail on whatever this journey is, or at least you're at the beginning stages of it. There's still going to be some storms, and you just have to let go of that fear. That's pretty much what we're doing with ourselves. The moon, we're getting a lot of clarity coming in with this moon here. A lot of clarity coming in that is going to help us be more self-aware and be more self-assured and know exactly who we could trust and lean on. Like, one of the things that our oracle was telling us is that the adjustments are going to be required. Like I said, it's not going to be necessarily without storm. Adjustments are going to have to be needed. But again, you have a support system. You have a loved one, someone that's got your back looking out for you, that's going to be there to help you, guide you through this mess, to walk you through whatever it is. Keep your head up, keep your confidence on, keep your confidence on your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Walk in with your back straight. Be a lion in this moment. I want to say it's the full moon. This particular new moon that just passed was the new moon in Leo. It was just the new moon in Leo. So, we got to wear your confidence on your shoulder. Whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, just know that you can do it. You will be able to achieve it. Conclusions are within reach. Okay? Look at that beautiful moon. That is a beautiful, I just love that. That full moon eclipse. And like I said, today, the full moon started at 3:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is the time zone I'm in. But you'll be able to see the full moon over the next 2 to 3 days. The conclusions are in reach. Okay? And it's being illuminated for you to see. As long as you keep that confidence. Okay? Keep your ambition. We have Mars here. Usually that deals with how you can speak to someone. How you can speak to things into existence as well. Like I say, your confidence here. You're going to be walking with a lot of confidence, a lot of determination. You got a lot of passion. You're at the king level of your passions. You got a lot of passions and desires that you are going into an emotional war to fulfill. It's not necessarily a war outside of self. It's within self, I'm sensing. This is a time for you to reflect on that, and again, become more self-aware about the clarity of your lives. There's abundance and growth ready to happen. And I said before, there was a lot of luck that was taking place. A lot of luck. And we see here with the Jupiter card coming out, there's good luck that's going to help guide you. Keep that optimism going. Keep your faith, okay? And at the same time as you're gaining, also have a generous heart, an open and willing heart. Be willing to share the information. Don't try to be a gatekeeper. I don't know why I'm looking at this gate and seeing. Don't try to be a gatekeeper of the information. This is a time for growth. This is your affirmation for growth. And in order for you to grow like you need to grow, you need to share the knowledge and the wisdom that you have. A lot of times people come out, they start doing things and they're starting to get more successful within themselves and with whatever career choices they made or whatever goals they're trying to outline. They become more successful and they get scared that somebody's going to take it from them, even though they don't want to use the word scared. They get scared that something's going to, the other shoe is going to fall. What's that saying? Is that the saying, the other shoe is going to fall when stuff is going good for you, and then all of a sudden the bad stuff start happening? They get so scared about that, so they try to keep things to themselves. This is a time, this is a moment where you can let go of those negative emotions in relation to that. Let go of unhealthy habits that you may have in regards to the situation or how you move in the situation, because those things are what's holding you back. Like I said, it's not going to be without storms. It's not going to be without rocky waters. There is going to be tension that's going to build. You see the storms there? You're going to have some moments of some jump scares that's going to happen during this time. But you are confident. You have the strength of a lion to deal with those obstacles, to deal with those power struggles. You people who are going to be kind of hard-headed and stubborn, you are able to weigh those pros and cons with ease. Okay, well, I'm not going to say with ease. I'm saying with ease. Yes, I'm saying with ease. You're going to be able to weigh out those pros and cons and make a better decision about what's going to happen in your life because of the self-reflection that you've been able to do. Like I said, this is an opportunity for growth, as this card says. Here's your affirmation for growth right there. There's your affirmation for growth right there. Harmony. Let me go with your trine. There's a bit of flow happening. And I said that there was water. I noticed there was a lot of water in this deck here. In the card, I felt that there was a lot of water energy going on with the balance, the balancing of your Two of Pentacles there. Here, we're looking at the flow in the trine and the emotions. There are benefits from harmonizing with someone. Again, the support is going to be there. There's going to be a sense of ease, even though there is some storm. So just be ready to adjust at the time that you need to when those storms happen. And it's going to, if you do so without fear, if you're ready to do so with a little bit of optimism, then it's going to make it ease. It's going to be smooth. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be real smooth. We have Capricorn, the boss here. You are very serious about whatever this is that you are ready to step into. Whatever you've been thinking about over the last month, that you've outlined, that you've researched, that you talked to people about. You're very serious about it. You're going to be in charge. You're going to be the boss of the situation. You're going to be able to run things the way you want to. But again, even though you're in charge, just know you do have people there willing to help. They're not there to come take over, but they are willing to help, guide, and let you lean on them. Yeah. Right now, everything that you've imagined, everything that you've envisioned is coming to fruition. The money, the status, the tangible items that you'll be able to get from this thing. Maybe you're starting on a new journey, going to a new school. You're about to venture into a new marriage. You're set. You know, you have imagined and you have envisioned enough over the last month that you are ready to go through the fire. Okay? Continue meditating. Continue to meditate for you to keep that creative flow going. Keep those creative juices going. With our sixth house, again, we're focusing on craft. There's something crafty that you like to do. Maybe it's a side gig. Not necessarily your main career, but something that you want to try for yourself. Maybe it's a hobby that you are trying to transfer over into something lucrative, passive type of income. Like if you see my little sign here, survivebeauty.com, that's my skincare line. Maybe you have something small like that. You make candles. And see the herbs, the earth, and the glycerin. I use a lot of these in my products. You have you make candles, you make skincare, you make lip gloss, you're making blankets, you're repurposing furniture, you're repurposing jeans or clothing or things of that nature. You're the boss of it, you know. Even creating a YouTube channel that you are giving advice, you're leading master classes. But this is something that you decided, you know what, I could do this. I've been able to do this. I know I could do this. I could probably do it better than the person that I was looking at. You are, whatever you're going to be doing is going to be in service to someone. It's very much going to be in service to somebody. And you have watched, you had a leader, not necessarily a leader, that's the wrong choice of words. You had a mentor who probably didn't even realize they were your mentor, that you have watched and you studied them and you see how they were able to achieve, and it has really inspired and motivate you. You're no longer in apprenticeship. You're no longer there. You are ready to start really putting these ideas into action. Okay? You don't know when you're going to have the time for it. You don't know when you're going to be able to sit down and do it. Adjustments will be required. What I'm seeing here, because these two cards came out with actual dates on them, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be your most productive days. Tuesdays and Thursdays are the days you're going to be the most productive, whether it's the day you post a video, whether it's the day you hold a meeting, it's a day you hold a Zoom call, or whether it's a day you get to go over to the library and research and study. A lot of people don't like to go over to libraries anymore. They like to just get on the internet and look at Google. But a lot of times information on the internet can be contrived, can be convoluted, can be manufactured. So you may want to go to a library and actually study a physical book. School is about to be back in session. A lot of colleges are going back to in session. A lot of schools, period, not just colleges, but schools, period, are going back in session. And so you may be wondering if you have the time to do all these things. You do. You got it. You got it. Just keep your head into whatever it is you think you need to do. I hope you guys can hear me. I just realized I wasn't talking to my my microphone at all. My microphone on this side of the room, and I'm looking over here on this side of the room. But yeah, just like I said, you've been able to outline things, detail them, you know. And this is mentioning, I spoke also too, we're looking at our health. One of the things that we could look at as well is our health and our physical activities. And while we're in our sixth house, we're speaking of diet as well. So let's talk to the diet. What I'm seeing in the cards here is that you have been indulging in things that you may not have wanted to, or you wanted to indulge in because it tastes good. There's things that you have been indulging in that you can let go. Maybe there's a diet change, changing from all white bread to whole wheat grain, things of that nature. Just minor adjustments, switching from vitamin D milk to lactate, something like that. But as far as your diet is concerned, those type of things I do see. Adjustments are going to be needed to happen in your diet. Maybe you need to start eating more fresher fruits, foods, things that maybe you have grown yourself. That may be something that you may also be looking into as far as becoming more one with nature, is having your own little garden, getting a little egg carton and put some little soil in there and planting some little things and see what sprouts up. Like try some chives, try some basil, something that you probably use on a regular basis. But I again said that there is luck that is going to help carry you. Some of it is sheer understanding, sheer knowledge that you have garnered, that you like say from your research, but luck is playing a big factor. And there's that 4-leaf clover there. Catch the 4-leaf clover. Yeah, there's a bit of luck. Even with this, if you look at this, how they say the cat always chases the mouse. This mouse is so freaking lucky, it got wings. It's able to get away. It's got wings. It's got wings. I'm seeing a matter of love in here as well. Relationship wise, when I'm studying this card some more, there's a sense of a new love. It may be a new love for a new thing. This thing that you have manifested has been a long time coming, right? And you realize how much you love, but I'm seeing specifically a new love as far as a relationship is concerned. And that's also brought into with this card as well. He's coming home to you, everything that you have been able to manifest as far as like a relationship, meeting somebody, putting yourself out there. And that may be the thing that you had to do over the last month, is to actually put yourself back out there, and so that you can meet that person. And now that person is coming home. You are their home. Okay. But yeah, I see that love manifesting there. I see the wedding ring there. So some of you are about to be proposed to by the person that you are in love with. That proposition could be of marriage or just to be in a monogamous relationship. So I am seeing that as well. I am seeing that as well. But with that tension, I do want to focus on that just a little bit more. There's going to, like I said, there's going to be some compromise. But there's an opportunity for growth there. Your opportunity for growth. Your affirmation for growth. All is right there. All is right there. Here's another one that's speaking about your higher education. So going back to school. Learning more. But lean into your confidence and your strengths. Lean into those and take action. Those of you who I was speaking of about relationship, I know I'm jumping all over the place, but this is how it's coming to me. The sexuality, the sexual passion and tension that's going on in that relationship, it is off the chain. A bit explosive at times. That person is pretty down to earth. They may even be a Capricorn. They seem to be a bit serious, but they're majestic at the same time. They have a realistic point of view of the world. A very realistic point of view of the world that they have. And that is intriguing to you. It matches well with your creative flow. It matches well with your creative flow. But yeah, the sex is off the chain. Sex is off the chain. And let me tell you, it's not that, not always the calm, smooth. You got a little bit of aggressiveness in there. You like a little bit of, okay, not necessarily no 50 Shades of Grey type of stuff going on. But there is, you like somebody that's going to be able to take control. Or somebody that's going to let you take control. Because again, you are the boss. Okay. Okay. You are. All right, so that's what I have for you guys. I hope, like I said, I know I was all over the place. I was jumping back and forth. But what I'm seeing here is that whatever it was that you had set your mind to, whatever it was that you had decided to manifest for yourself, whether it be from our last reading here or the last time that you decided to say out loud and speak it to existence or write something down about what you wanted to do in life, you have literally put those wheels in motion. And you're going to find that you're able to balance it out very well because you're taking the time to take notes, write it down, follow up, listen to a mentor, research. And now you're ready. You're ready to jump into it. Like I said, adjustments had to be made. There will be some storms. There will be some tension, a little bit of power struggles back and forth. And that power struggle I'm seeing within yourself. I'm seeing self power struggle, battling with your own mind. But there is good luck there. You have the passion, you have the desire, you have the determination. As long as you keep the faith, still be generous with your gifts, support others as they support you, and the abundance is going to come through. The abundance is going to come through. Keep affirming to yourself between now, this full moon, and the next, that you will be growing, that there's an affirmation of growth that you will have. Again, it's something that's dealing with your craft, something that you are good at, you're skilled at, not necessarily your actual 9-to-5 job, your career, but something that you are doing for yourself. Something, even if it's non-monetary, starting your own non-profit organization as well. There's something that you want to do to make a staple in this world, to your purpose, something towards your actual purpose that you feel that, yeah, this is it. This is the time. Well, I'm telling you, if you weren't sure, this is it. This is the time to do it. This is the time to do it. And every time the storm comes, just be a little optimistic that you're going to get through that storm. Your conclusion is indeed in reach. But just don't be so stubborn that you won't make minor adjustments. Sometimes you go down a road, you know which way to go. You mapped it out on Google Maps or whatever other app that you use, and then you get to the end of that road, it is some damn construction or a car accident or something that happened that you weren't expecting. You have to be willing to make adjustments to get to the other side. I'm trying to get all these in the frame. You have to be willing to make adjustments to still go on your own path and get to the other side, get to your destination. So it's gonna be a headache. Sometimes it ain't gonna be all easy peasy, but it's gonna be a lot easier than it would not have been if you had not been preparing, researching and understanding, and releasing all the negative emotions and thoughts, releasing all those negative habits. Like, I don't have time to do it, but I'm still laying in the bed an extra 30 minutes after the damn alarm went off. You could have got up when that freaking alarm went off, went to go use the bathroom, wash your hands, brush your teeth, and start doing what you had to do. Put at least 15-20 minutes into it, and then go on with your day instead of just laying in the bed looking at the ceiling. Okay, instead of laying in the bed scrolling on the internet on your phone. You have time. You have time. You got to make time for yourself. Maybe that's one of the things that you're indulging in too much is social media, and then saying that you ain't got time to do it, and that is just an excuse to hold you back. That is just an excuse to hold you back. But you're ready. You're ready to start moving forward. If you haven't already, taken that first stage. Well, your first stage was the planning. Your first stage was a thought. Your second stage was the planning. And now we're in the stage to start moving forward. Now we're in the stage to start taking action. And don't be quiet about it. Use your words. Be assertive. Be aggressive. Be confident in self. Okay? You may be dealing with the Aries or a Scorpio that's going to help you out in that journey. You may be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Pisces that may be helping you out next year, that essence. But when I look at the Leo, I'm looking at that's you, that you need to pull out your Leo. Even though you may not be a Leo, that may not be a zodiac sign, it may not be anywhere in your chart. Everybody has a little bit of something that everybody else has as well. It may be 1%, it may be 0.01, but you still got it within you. And I'm seeing great things, great abundance about to happen for you. Great abundance, growth. You're simply reaching for the stars here, okay? You see, you're breaking through the storm. You're about to break the glass ceiling. There is no limits. The sky won't even hold you down. So the sky won't even hold you down. The sky is not even the limit. The sky won't hold you down. You're ready to soar if you put this thing in motion. If you put it in motion and lean on those who got your back. Lean on those who got your back. And like right now, I was specifically looking at the actual humans that are in these images, but we have a lot of guides, cats. There's a lot of guides, that are here within these cards that's helping you, support you along the way. Your ancestors that you can call on, you can lean on. Talk to your grandmother who's passed away. Ask for strength and wisdom. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. This has been your full moon reading, the Sturgeon Moon, for August 9th, 2025. And again, I started this off in the beginning saying what the Sturgeon Moon is for. Our Sturgeon Moon is for setting intentions, reflecting on our goals and aspirations for the coming up months, practicing emotional clearing so that we can address any emotional baggage that's going to be holding us back, reviewing our diet and our fitness. I didn't speak much on fitness, but as far as the diet, there's something that we're overeating, we're indulging in just a tad bit too much that we need to cut back on. Okay, consider making positive changes to your health and your well-being, and reconnecting with nature. I didn't speak much on the nature, but there's a lot of connection here that I'm seeing with nature in these images as well. Not just this affirmation for growth image, but there's a lot. Just look at all the greenery grounding us. Okay, there's so much nature happening around us. See you in the next video. Peace.